So with this, we move on to the next session, which is oration, AD Sehgal oration. I would like to invite the chairpersons, Dr. Amitabh Verma, Dr. S.S. Chabla, Dr. Devashish Chaudhary sir, and Colonel Narendra Kumar sir. So all of them are here, and I would like to thank them for coming here. And now hand over the stage to the chairpersons. Thank you.
Well, welcome to this DNACon 2021 virtual one, the first one. And I would like you to introduce rest of my colleagues, co-chairmen, Dr. Chabra, President-elect, Dr. Debashish, and Dr. V.S. Mehta and Kumar. With this, I would hand over the mic to Dr. Vivek Tandon for introducing the oration.
Dr. Arjun Sehgal was a very renowned and eminent neurosurgeon of our country. He was born on 5th December 1934 in Ganganagar, Rajasthan. He completed his graduation from MGM Medical College, Indore, and he completed his neurosurgery residency from the Cleveland Clinic Hospital in USA in 1958. He received American Board Certification in Neurosurgery in 1963, and he was also appointed Consultant and Research Associate in Cleveland Clinic Hospital. Despite the promising career ahead in the United States, he came back to India in 1964. He was a consultant in charge of neurosurgery at GB Pant Hospital from 1965 to 1968. And then he went on to join and become director and head of neurosurgery in Sir Ganga Ram Hospital in New Delhi. His devotion, hard work, and enthusiasm helped him establish one of the most prestigious departments of neurosciences in northern part of the country. As the chairman of the department, he had the vision to create separate subspecialties of neurospinal, vascular, pediatrics, stereotactic, and functional neurosurgery way back in 1970s. He also started the intervention neuroradiology. He was the chairman of Legal and Organ Transplant Committee in Sir Ganga Ram Hospital. He was an achiever in the real sense of the term. He was the past president of Neurological Society of India, Indian Functional and Stereotactic Society. He was the first president of Neurotrauma Society. He was the past president of Indian Healthcare Federation, and also the past vice president of International College of Surgeons, Chicago, USA. He was also the convener for the American College of Surgeons. Amongst his major outstanding contribution and distinction was to set up the first CT scan center in India and the first MRI in the northern part of the country in the private sector. He also established well-recognized and fully equipped Sehgal's Neurological Research Institute in Kailash Colony, New Delhi in 1969. He was credited with his work on intrathecal steroids, role of steroids in neurological disorder, invention of Sehgal's stereotactic instrument, and modification of Gardner's neurosurgical chair and Gardner's head tongs. He had numerous publications in national and international journals. Besides his outstanding professional competence, he had an unusual zest for life and exuded vigor and confidence. He attended every conference, local or national, and actively participated in them. His benevolence was almost legendary. He helped numerous young neurosurgeons establish their careers. He never forgot his small hometown, Ganganagar, where he repeatedly went back to help people. He also created ADS Charitable Trust there and set up a diagnostic center with CT, X-ray, and color Doppler facilities. He provided a number of scholarships for women's upliftment. Dr. Sehgal expired on May 20th, 2006 in Gangaram Hospital, and he is survived by his wife, Dr. Varsha Sehgal, and his brilliant sons, Dr. Gautam and Dr. Vivek Sehgal. Along with that, he has innumerable friends, admirers, and grateful patients. This oration is held every year by Delhi Neurological Association to honor his great contributions to the society. And now I would like to invite Professor Kale to introduce the orator of today, Dr. K.K. Barua.
Thank you very much for the chairman to give me this pleasant task of introducing our Dr. Saigal, orator for this evening. Thank you, the organizers, Dr. Achal and Dr. Vivek, for helping me set up this, because now I realize that I belong to a different generation. So unmute and share screen, etc., etc. Anyway, so today my pleasant duty is to introduce Professor Kanak Kanti Barua, who is the Vice Chancellor of the Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University from Dhaka, Bangladesh. It would have been wonderful if we would have had his gracious presence here amongst us in Delhi, but somehow the pandemic has kind of, what can I say, given us this opportunity to have a virtual presence rather than physical presence. The first time I met Professor Barua was in Kathmandu. I don't know if Professor Barua remembers, but we were examiners together for the Bir Hospital or the Kathmandu University exam for the MCH. And then we met again over there for a second time when we were examiners again together a few months later. And then over the last few years, we have met at various places, various other meetings and conferences. And he has ably, I've seen him ably take the flag of neurosurgery in Bangladesh and, kind of show it all around the world and including in India. And so here we are, we invited him for the Saigal Memorial Oration, and he accepted to present the oration this year. Professor Barua did his MBBS from Dhaka University in Bangladesh in April 1977. He was awarded the FCPS and the BCPS from Bangladesh in 1990 July. In December of 2003, he was awarded the MS Neurosurgery degree from Dhaka University. And the following year, he went to Japan and completed his PhD and was awarded this prestigious degree from Kobe University, Japan. He also was awarded the Fellowship of International College of Surgeons, USA. I think the year is probably 2003 and not 93. In April of 2012, he was awarded the FCPS and CPSP of Pakistan. In 2012, August, again, he was awarded the FSLCS, that's the Sri Lanka College of Surgeons, an honorary fellowship. In 2019, July, he also received the FRCP, the Royal College of Physicians, London. And in 2020, he became a fellow of the American College of Surgeons. He has tremendous experience in Bangladesh neurosurgery. From 2001 to 2018, he has been the professor in the neurosurgery department at the Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University. And after that, before that, in between that, for 3 years, he was also the chairman of the Department of Neurosurgery. And from 2010 to 2018, he was also the Dean, Faculty of Surgery at Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University. And from 2018, he was elevated to the prestigious chair of the Vice Chancellor of the Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University. And here you can see a picture. He's being felicitated amongst all his department colleagues, or should I say the university colleagues of the Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University. Today, his topic is probably going to be the development and the progress of the neurosurgery in Bangladesh. So without wasting much time, let us all welcome Professor K.K. Barua from Dhaka, Bangladesh, to deliver this year's Dr. Arjun Saigal Memorial Oration. Thank you very much.
Good evening to everybody. I have been honored to inviting me in such a wonderful conference of a neurologist of Delhi. I am very much grateful to Professor Kale, Professor Dr. Achal, and Dr. Vivek Tandon for inviting me for Eddie Segal, Professor Eddie Segal oration. Eddie Segal, as you all know, that is a great teacher, mentor, a man of outstanding professional competence. I am expressing my respect to him. Ladies and gentlemen, now I am going to present the evaluation of neurosurgery in Bangladesh. This is the International Mother Language Day of 21st February. As you know, it is recognized by UNESCO. Bangladesh is a country in South Asia sharing land borders with India and Myanmar. You all may know, total area of the country is 148,460 square kilometer, and it is liberated from 16 December 1971 from Pakistan by Liberation War. Agriculture is the largest sector of the economy. It is one of the largest textile exporter in the world. Estimates of the Bangladeshi population, it is about, according to 2016 UN data, suggest 163 million. Bangladesh is the world's eighth most populous country. The per capita income of the country as of 2020 estimate 2,064 US dollar. Bangladesh has a literacy rate of 72.9% as of 2018, and health and education levels remained relatively low, although they have improved as poverty level has decreased significantly. This is Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University, where I work there. I started in 30th April 1998, only functioning medical university in Bangladesh. This is the neurosurgery department of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University. And this is the operation theater ward and post-operative ward. Beds are 95. Total operation per year 1,100. Brain approximately 650, and spine surgery 450 per year. We remember with respect the great and eminent neurosurgeon Dr. Arjun Dev Segal. Only the man who knows exactly the art and science of the past and present is competent to aid its progress in the future. This is by Theodore Billroth. It is a history of Aristotle, Hippocrates, Jivaka, the personal physician of Buddha, and Shustratha. Harvey William Cushing and Professor Rashiduddin Ahmed is the pioneer neurosurgeon of Bangladesh. The brain was not always held in high regard. The Greek philosopher Aristotle thought that it is the heart, not the brain, was the location of the intelligence and thought. Nevertheless, the ancient Egyptians are responsible for the oldest written record using the word brain and have provided the first written accounts of the anatomy of the brain and the meninges and cerebrospinal fluid. The word brain appears on an ancient paper document, a papyrus called the Edwin Smith Surgical Papyrus. This document was written around the year 1700 BC, but is based on text that goes back to about 3000 BC. Neurosurgery is the surgical specialization that deals with the disorders of the central and peripheral nervous system. It includes congenital, inflammatory, neoplastic, vascular, traumatic, degenerative, and functional disorders. Landmarks in the history of neurosurgery. Prehistoric period. Skull refine as performed during prehistoric period. Skull refine as performed during prehistoric period. An early cranioplasty done with a gold inlay, which is well healed, from the Museum of Gold, Lima, Peru. Egyptian Babylonian medicine. Egyptian Imhotep is the first physician in history To him, Edwin Smith paper as the oldest paper was attributed. Ancient instrument for surgery. This Greek and early Byzantine period, the origins of neurosurgery. Hippocrates is considered the father of Western medicine. Hippocrates was the first to develop the concept that the location of the brain to the skull was important in any surgical decision. Ottoman Empire physician applied cautery to the back manuscript leaf showing Avicenna reducing the stabilization a spinal column injury. Rhazes was one of the first to discuss and outline the concept of cerebral concussion. Avicenna developed a number of different devices to deal with spinal injury and spinal stabilization. Dr. Greenblatt proposes two basic premises which led to the subdivision of history of neurosurgery into epochs. The first premise is that the development of neurosurgery depended upon three technological advances: cerebral localization theory, antiseptic and aseptic techniques, and anesthesia, both general and local. The second premise is that neurosurgery fulfills the definition of a distinct profession. Pre-modern and gestational, pre-modern from 1879, gestational from 1879 to 1919, and modern, that is modern is after Cushing 1919, with the realization of the second premises, develops into distinct profession. William Hollerstedt, who gave importance to the asepsis practice, rubber gloves, surgical techniques, and he had also contribution for cocaine as local anesthetic agent. Sir Victor Horsley, English surgeon, he made a number of contributions to neurosurgery. He performed one of the craniectomies for craniostenosis, relief of increased inoperable tumors. He developed the decompressive craniectomy. He also worked for treatment of trigeminal neuralgia. Sir Charles Valence, English surgeon, was an early pioneer in neurosurgery, performed the mastectomy and ligation of the vein. Valence was one of the first to go for repair of the facial nerve, and he also described the operation of subdural hematoma. Harvey Cushing, you all know that father of modern neurosurgery. By the time he completed his 2000 brain tumor operation, he had unquestionably established his dominance in neurosurgery. Sir Walter Edwards Dandy, he developed choroid plexectomy and third ventriculostomy and catheterization of aqueduct of Sylvius, first to discover pneumoperitoneum. Ventriculography in 1918, exposed and dissected pineal tumor. The Turkish neurosurgeon Mahmud Ghazi Yazargil, greatest 20th century neurosurgeon, founder of microneurosurgery, and 1967 his first cerebral vascular bypass under microscope, invented floating microscope, self-retaining adjustable retractor, microsurgical instruments, ergonomic aneurysm clips and appliers, Lyla retractor. Magnetic resonance in the diagnostic field, magnetic resonance imaging, both CT and MRI had made a revolutionary change in brain enhancement treatment. Neurosurgical Society of Neurological Surgeons started in 1920. Harvey Cushing, the president, Ernest Sachs, secretary. In Indian neurosurgery, legend and history, Hindu mythology, Ganesha, first recipient of head transplant. Shustrata had vividly described in his book Shustrata Samhita about the cranial nerves, including the optic and vestibulocochlear nerves in cadavers. Jivaka, personal physician of Lord Buddha, who removed intracranial tumors through Trifine hole. Evolution in Bangladesh perspective. During the Pakistan period, Professor Omar Bhali Juma, also known as Juma Khan, he used to come from Karachi for consultancy, primarily for his airfare, accommodation at Shahbag Hotel. Fee commanded could not be found out, was a very limited and expensive facility. And Professor Rashiduddin Ahmed can be considered to be the father of neurosurgery of Bangladesh in Bangladesh. He was graduated from Dhaka Medical College in 1960, FRCS from Royal College of Edinburgh, and trained under Professor Gillingham, and came back to East Pakistan in 1970 despite being offered good jobs in UK and USA. Established the first neurosurgery unit in East Pakistan in 1970 at IPGMNR, Institute of Postgraduate Medicine Research, with only 6 beds. He is with Professor in UK. He was a tennis player. The award he received after championship award he received. He received our most prestigious award from Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, Independence Award. And Professor A.S.M. Asanullah is the second neurosurgeon. He's trained from Turkey and joined just after liberation in 1972 in Bangladesh. And Professor Atahili Khan and Professor Ele Kadri both are trained from UK, Edinburgh, and joined Bangladesh, neurosurgery in Bangladesh. Atahili Khan joined in 1974 and Professor Ele Kadri joined in 1979. The first generation neurosurgeons left their field of neurosurgery in the safe hands of their disciples. Advancement in the availability of neurosurgery services. In the first era, there are only 4 established neurosurgery centers in Dhaka and outside. IPGMNR, Dhaka Medical College Hospital, and Combined Military Hospital and Chittagong Medical College Hospital. Today, it is now throughout the whole country, neurosurgical services are available. Centers where neurosurgery service available in government, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University from 1970, Dhaka Medical College Hospital, Sir Salimullah Medical College Hospital, Chittagong Shohid Sohrawardy Hospital, in Dhaka National Institute of Neurosciences and Hospitals, Combined Military Hospital, Mamishing Medical College Hospital, and Sylhet M.A.G. Osmani Medical College Hospital. Rajshahi Medical College Hospital, Rangpur, Kumilla, Sher Bangla Medical College Hospital, all are government medical college hospitals. There are many well-equipped neurosurgical facilities also in private sectors spread all over the country. Neurosurgical education. In 1985, there was no course of higher studies in neurosurgery. Thus, many trainees opted for other disciplines, at least general subject, general surgery. Then they opted for postgraduate courses in neurosurgery. 1977, the first MS neurosurgery course was started in IPG. It was 3 years academic course in neurosurgery, but 2 years in basic subjects. Previously, 2 years for basic subjects. Similar courses were started at Dhaka Medical College Hospital in 1997 and Chittagong Medical College Hospital in 2002. In 2010, this was replaced by 5 years residency course under Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujib Medical University. It's a very popular course, and at present there are about 88 students in various phases of the courses. Some of the students are from neighboring country, Nepal and Bhutan. Till now, over 100 candidates have completed their course and are practicing independent neurosurgery. Bangladesh College of Physicians and Surgeons also offer fellowship in neurosurgery. This is the clinical meeting they are attending. Participants are attending. Journals. First of all, this is the Journal of Bangladesh Journal of Neuroscience. Now we have started Bangladesh Journal of Neurosurgery. In 1985, we had not have any association of our own, and we are affiliated with Neurosurgeon Societies of the world. Bangladesh Society of Neurosciences established in 1986, Society of Neurosurgeons 1998, and Neuroscience Society of Bangladesh 2015. In Bangladesh, Society of Neurosurgeons, which has 174 active members today, has hosted South Asian Neurosurgical Conferences meetings twice in 2001, second South Asian Neurosurgical Conference, and 2015, the sixth South Asian Neurosurgical Conference. Under the auspices of this affiliation, various educational, cadaveric, and live surgical workshops had been held in Bangladesh. Many young neurosurgeons have been afford long and short-term fellowship opportunities with these organizations. Advances in investigation facilities. Before 1987, the following investigations were available. These are the the investigations that would have been used for diagnosis of the intracranial lesions. Before the availability of CT, MRI, and DSA, and at that time we used to do cerebral angiography, direct puncture angiography. Subluxation and atlantaxial dislocation and tuberculosis of spine, spondylolisthesis, myelomeningocele, isolated brain scan, cerebral angiography, direct puncture angiography. We used to do 2 AP view and 3 lateral views are taken sequentially to delineate arterial, venous, and capillary phases. Indirect evidence of presence of intracranial space occupying lesion obtained by observing the shift of the blood vessels from their normal anatomical positions. ABM and aneurysms were very well delineated. This is the angiography, normal. This is the temporal as well. Chronic subpleural hematoma were diagnosed. This is the ABM. This is for direct puncture angiography, midline shift. Frontal as well, shifting posteriorly the arteries. Echoaneurysms. This is the pecoaneurysm, barhole ventrography. This is Barhol ventricography, lumbar encephalography, orbital phlebography, myelogram, this is the extradural block, intradural extramedullary space occupying lesion, intradural intermedullary space occupying lesion. In 1987, CT and in 1996, MRI became available. The first CT scanner was the second generation machine in Bardem, and then first MRI scanner available. Subsequently, further advanced CT and MRI machines became available. These are the first CT scan. Some lesions are seen in the first intracranial pathologies, vascular pathologies are also seen. So MRI, some spinal cases we operated. The number of neurosurgeons doing independent surgery is 137. The number of centers providing neurosurgical facilities has increased from 4 to 15 in government autonomous sectors. There are many very well-equipped centers. Operating facilities which are not available in 1985 are widely available now. These include craniotomy and drilling machines, operating microscopes, dedicated neurosurgical operating table with head fixator, a modern anesthesia machine and anesthetic, which are also available, C-arm. There have been noteworthy advancements in fields of neurosurgery, endoscopic neurosurgery, intervention and endovascular neurosurgery, spinal stabilization procedures, and stem cell therapy also. Neuroendoscopy. Complications of some ventricular peritoneal shunt, ETV, so done. Endovascular procedures are going on. The journey in this field started in 2004, confined to diagnostic angiographically till 2011. Now started intervention procedures since then. With improving facilities, awareness, and economic status, we're now doing about 500 diagnostic angiographies and 120 interventional per year.
बिहार से बहुत से लोग सालों से ब्रेन, स्पाइन और नस के ऑपरेशन के लिए दिल्ली, कोलकाता, सिलगुड़ी, बेंगलोर आदि जा रहे थे और उनका कीमती समय
Hours operation also done. There are some 55-year-old L1 fracture due to RTA with paraparesis and bowel bladder involvement corrected posteriorly by pedicle screw fixation. Spondylolisthesis, grade 2. We are yet to achieve the best, so we are planning to obtain the following facilities in near future: gamma knife and neuro navigation, nerve monitoring system, epilepsy surgery setup. Our visions for future to make neurosurgical facilities available in the 64 district level hospitals in government sector, to educate and train more neurosurgeons, to have those who have the aptitude for it, to arrange more cadaveric and hands-on workshop for our young neurosurgeons in collaboration with our friends and colleagues, overseas, especially from India, our good friends we are very much grateful to you, India, who has given us support and who has lost their many lives during our liberation war, and also continuously supporting us in many ways. We are grateful to India, our friends. To arrange and exchange programs with centers abroad, to establish skill development labs in country, and to establish dedicated subspecialty facilities like pediatrics neurosurgery, neurovascular surgery, neuro-oncology, skull-based neurosurgery, neurotrauma, functional and endoscopy neurosurgery. Thank you very much. Thank you all for patience hearing. Thank you, chairpersons and professors, and thank you, Professor Kali and Dr. Asal and Dr. Vivek Tandon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for taking us through the entire journey of neurosurgery in Bangladesh and eloquently chalking out the future programs. And yes, we are very closely connected countries, and we share a lot of cultural and human bondage between the two countries. Sam, thank you for an excellent lecture. So now we have the facilitation.
Thank you.
Facilitation. I request Professor Kale to show the plaque.
Yeah, so
unfortunately it is to be given digitally, but you can see the plaque on behalf of the Neurological Association, Eddie Sehgal oration to Professor Kanak Kanti Barua.
Unfortunately, you can see it like a mirror image. It's a mirror image on the screen.
And we shall be sending courier that to you. And Dr. Kale, want to say something?
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Barua. It was a great pleasure to meet you again after many years. I think the last time we met was in DNA in the NSI Con in Nagpur, if I'm not mistaken. And it was a cold night and we were having a nice time in the party there. I hope we can resume our contact and meet again sometime in the near future when the pandemic is subsided and we are able to host each other once again. And thank you very much for your gracious presence here. Grateful to you for delivering a beautiful lecture and telling us about the evolution of neurosurgery in Bangladesh. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.